This is News 3 Now, live at 4, moving forward.
There's been a lot of speculation. What's Joe going to do? Is he going to stay in the race? Is he going to drop out? What's he going to do? Well, here's my answer. I am running and going to win again.
Wisconsin continues to be the forefront of the presidential race as President Joe Biden made a return to the Badger State.
He is ramping up his tour after what he admits was a poor performance during the first presidential debate. We have team coverage of today's visit by the president with Susan Simon, political reporter Will Keneally, and Ellie LaLiberte. Let's start with Susan Simon. Susan, what message did President Biden send today?
Well, you heard it, Armand. He just said it in that soundbite. If President Biden was looking for a boost on the campaign trail, he found it this afternoon here in Madison, telling a crowd of 1,000 people, that is the official number from the campaign, packed into the gymnasium here at Sherman Middle School, what they wanted to hear, that he is running and that he is going to win. He's trying to prove all of the naysayers wrong following the presidential debate, the CNN debate, and to move forward. And Biden himself said that he couldn't say the debate was his best performance. He mentioned it only briefly during the speech. He didn't dwell on it. But he said when it came to his age, he wasn't too old to strengthen the economy after the pandemic and create over 15 million new jobs.
I learned long ago, when you get knocked down, you get back up. And I'm not letting one 90-minute debate wipe out 3.5 years of work. As the governor said,
the president also doubled down that he, quote, isn't too old to restore Roe v. Wade, making abortion a constitutional right. And for a deeper dive into the president's remarks, let's bring in our political reporter, Will Keneally. Will? So this was interesting. This was sort of a do-over for the president following the debate in a friendly place where he has a lot of support to give voters another side, to see another side of him, and to restore comfort and confidence that he is ready for a second term. Did he accomplish that today?
I think you could certainly tell that was on his mind. He didn't touch too much on the debate, certainly not dwelling on mistakes, as most people wouldn't. But we did hear him talk a lot about his age. Certainly, he joked, that Gaylord Nelson introduced him to Wisconsin back when he was 40. He made a lot of kind of jokes about this is what I look like and I'm 40 years old. The couple of policy notes in his speech that I think were important to kind of tout or bring out here. Infrastructure, which has been a big thing that we've heard locally with Wisconsin Democrats like Governor Tony Evers and Joe Biden kind of bringing that federal money into Wisconsin. He used that to kind of leverage, if you think I'm too old, this is what I was able to accomplish while I was still old during my first term. So we'll see again, certainly if that will resonate with the voters here. Introducing him certainly, I think was interesting to note, was Governor Evers here in Wisconsin. He notably was the single governor that missed a big call among Democratic governors with the Biden administration to kind of chart a future of the Biden campaign. It seems like Evers is still certainly in Biden's camp, being very much a cheerleader today. I do want to note, though, that notably absent was Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin. Now she's up for re-election against challenger Eric Hovde this election cycle. And kind of in Wisconsin, we have a connotation that Baldwin always generally pulls better than Biden does at the top of the ticket. So if Biden were elected, that may be on Baldwin's coattails instead of the other way around. So notably, she was up north doing a statewide tour. She's up in the Green Bay, Marinette area today.
There were a lot of questions about that today because this is her hometown. This is where she grew up. And I think those questions will continue. She was at a campaign event in Ashland, but her absence was felt here. And I think the conversation may continue about that. You had an opportunity to travel with the presidential pool of reporters. And then that didn't happen. What happened today?
So this is always a fun time for reporters, right? It's where you're like in a suit, hot, kind of muggy environment here, and then you're carrying all this gear around. It's a great time, but we actually got to witness another stop, Biden after the speech, shaking hands with voters. And I think kind of similar sentiment from the speech, Thank you, voters. You carried me through in 2020 here in Wisconsin. Please do it again in 2024. He spent a lot of time with voters, shaking hands, notably after the speech at the second event. So he seems to be working that, at least in this post-debate rallies that we've seen here.
All right, Will, thank you so much. It is always a very exciting day when a sitting president visits your community. Wisconsin, as you know, is a swing state. It is a critical must-win for both candidates here in our state, and voters have a lot of sway in that. So our Ellie La Liberté is live. She is outside of Sherman Middle School. She spoke to a couple of people following the debate about whether or not it swayed them one way or the other. Ellie?
Yeah, Susan, I talked to a lot of different people who had a lot of different opinions today. Now, we have been outside Sherman Middle School here for 2 hours now, and you can see there's still some people around here. Now, a lot of the opinions I got, you could see it in the signs even. I saw signs calling for support of Biden, calling for him to retire. We also saw protests calling for a ceasefire in Gaza. Now, some of the mixed opinions did cause some tension. I did see some people yelling at each other today, but I also heard people say Biden's shaky debate performance would not sway their vote, while others said it was time for him to step down. For now, I'm Ellie La Liberté reporting outside Sherman Middle School. I'll send it right back over to you, Susan.
Free Palestine. All right, Ellie, thank you so much. This is actually President Biden's second visit to Madison in 3 months, and that speaks to the importance of winning Wisconsin. In early April, he made a stop at Madison College announcing a student debt forgiveness plan. And it hasn't just been Biden making visits to Madison. Other members of his administration have as well, including Vice President Kamala Harris. She was last here in March, and late last summer, First Lady Dr. Jill Biden came to Madison and Verona. It was the first time a sitting First Lady visited Madison since Michelle Obama did back in October of 2014. Republicans are also making visits in Wisconsin. Last month, former President Donald Trump visited Racine. He also held a rally in Waukesha in May and visited Green Bay in April. He will be back in the Badger State later this month as the Republican National Convention will be hosted in Milwaukee in just less than 2 weeks now. In the latest New York Times Siena College poll, Trump leads Biden 49 to 41%. That's among registered voters. This poll came after last week's CNN debate. Biden's job approval rating has fallen to 34%, while 62% say they disapprove. The findings are based on more than 1,500 registered voters questioned from June 28th through July 2nd. And it is a tighter race in the latest Marquette Law School poll. Biden and Trump are tied at 50% among registered voters. But Trump gets the edge, 51% to 49%, when it comes to likely Wisconsin voters. It's worth noting that this poll was conducted before the presidential debate. 781 registered Wisconsin voters were polled. So Armand and Brady, that all speaks to the importance of Wisconsin. We're part of course, the so-called blue wall. And President Biden said it himself on the podium this afternoon. The road to the White House will come right through Wisconsin. Back to you.
Thank you, Susan, Will, and Ellie. We are continuing our coverage of President Biden's stop in Madison today, and we will have more on his visit later on in the show and in our later newscasts. And as always, on channel3000.com.
Ballot drop boxes are legal again in Wisconsin. That's thanks to the latest decision from the Wisconsin Supreme Court. 2 years ago, the court decided drop boxes could only be housed in local election clerks' offices. But after Justice Janet Protasiewicz's win last year flipped the court to a liberal majority, a voter mobilization group asked that they take another look. Today, that overturned that decision, saying drop boxes can be used in the upcoming elections.
It's important for elderly people. It's important for people that are disabled and people that have jobs that don't allow them to get to the polling place.
Thanks to the pandemic, 2020 saw more than 40% of all voters casting mail-in ballots, a record high. There were more than a dozen drop boxes set up in both Madison and Milwaukee last year.
New information now in the shooting that killed one man in Columbus on Thursday, just hours ahead of the town's 4th of July parade.
Police identified the suspect and the victim this morning. Our Maddie Heimsch has the details. Maddie?
That's right, Armand Brady. That victim has been identified as 42-year-old Jose de Jesus Fuentes Hernandez of Columbus. The suspect, 22 22-year-old Jonathan Javier Luna, also of Columbus, is now facing a first-degree intentional homicide charge. Columbus police tell us the two had some sort of interaction outside a bar in the downtown area that ended in gunfire. At today's press conference, Police Chief Dennis Weiner spoke about the suspect's actions on social media and the part those actions played in the arrest.
One of the neighbors of the suspect, for some reason, felt the need to stream their actions live on Facebook. And the suspect was watching it. So I hope that that person is proud of their moment of fame, but I am very unhappy with their actions that they seem to think was not a big deal.
Chief Weiner also gave thanks to the community for willingly providing Ring doorbell footage, eventually helping in the suspect's arrest over in Madison. Now, that 4th of July parade in Columbus Thursday did go on, slightly rerouting to avoid the crime scene. We'll have more on what police had to say today on News 3 Now at 5.
Thank you, Maddie. Next at 4, President Joe Biden made his second stop to Madison this year as he continues to push for voters in the Badger State.
Charles Franklin is here and has more on what the president's stop in Wisconsin could mean for his campaign going forward. That's next at 4.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of Estate lawn fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers with an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Don't miss the 45th Annual Art Fair Off the Square, July 13th and 14th, located in downtown Madison between the Capitol and the Monona Terrace Convention Center, showcasing the talents and creativity of the Wisconsin Alliance of Artists and Craftspeople, featuring beautiful ceramics, art glass, painting and drawings, photography, sculpture, jewelry, and so much more. Buy local and support your Wisconsin artists and craftspeople, July 13th and 14th. The Art Fair Off the Square. Put it on your calendar today.
When you need to relax and recharge your body and mind, retreat to the comfort of stressless furniture at the Century House. Designed to harmonize with the natural movements of your body, it's where true comfort begins and every day should end. Get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 spent and $200 off 4 dining chairs at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
I'm the nominee of this party because millions of Democrats like you just voted for me in primaries all across America. You voted for me to be your nominee, no one else. You, the voters did that. And despite that some folks don't seem to care who you voted for, well, guess what? They're trying to push me out of the race. Well, let me say this as clearly as I can. I'm staying in the race.
Well, there are growing calls from inside his own party for President Joe Biden to drop out of the presidential race. Now, this comes after his poor performance at the debate last week.
But did today's visit in Wisconsin help reassure voters that he is the right candidate for the Democratic Party? We're joined now by Charles Franklin, director of the Marquette Law School poll, to talk about the president's visit. Charles, thank you so much for joining us.
Good to be here.
You know, we just heard that clip of him saying that he's staying in the race. At another point, he said, "I am running and I am going to win again." He said that with a force in his voice. Why was it important for him to say that in no uncertain terms, and is it enough?
Well, whether it's enough is one question, but certainly he needed to be forceful about staying in the race, as we've seen some growth in Democratic elected officials calling for him to drop out. I wouldn't call it a flood at this point, but there are more Democrats willing to publicly call for him to get out. We saw movement towards Trump following the debate and the polling. Moving Trump ahead by an extra couple of points, 2.5 points on average. So that's a fair amount of movement, though it's not a landslide, it's not a collapse in the polls yet. So for Biden, he has to resurrect this, and the speech today is one example of doing that. His interview tonight is a more important one. He's proven himself to do very well with teleprompters in speeches. Here today, a week ago in North Carolina after the debate. But it's the unscripted interviews tonight and going forward where I think he really has to prove himself.
Right.
And it's almost like a darned if you do, darned if you don't kind of a thing for him to exit the race, I mean, at this point.
It's a big challenge for Democrats as a party and for his potential replacement, should that happen. You don't have nearly the time to run and to build a campaign as you normally do. Also, for somebody who's really a potential president, doing this in the short run could damage their career because they don't have the time for that run-up. So it's a very difficult situation either way.
Yeah. Do you think that this will stick with him in the next few months going toward November? Because, you know, a few weeks ago we were talking about former President Trump's multiple felony convictions, and now we're talking about this.
Right.
So
this too could pass, I think, if Biden were able to show in repeated, unscripted interviews that he's fully capable of keeping his thoughts together, presenting them, and he truly just had an unusually bad night. But I think the burden is now very much on him to prove that he can do that. Before the debate, I think the consensus was he just had to have an average debate, and that would be good enough. He fell far short of that.
And a lot of the points that he touched on, besides his age, was the economy in this visit. He really touted that he strengthened the economy. I believe he said the strongest it's been in years. That's also a key attack of the GOP. How is that going to fare in swaying voters here?
Yeah, the economy has been a weak spot for him all year. In our polling, consistently, Trump is seen as substantially better on the economy than Biden is. Biden points to the economic indicators, which are quite good, but it's a fact that inflation prices are about 19% higher than they were when he took office. So that's the inflation impact. Wages have grown as well, but that's a complicated argument for him to make, and he needs to be articulate about making that argument, something else that he failed to do in the debate.
And really quickly, before we run out of time, I noticed they peppered in, or President Biden peppered in, the Supreme Court abortion rights. Will these be key messages to remind voters on their part that they're not just voting for one person, they're voting for the next 4 years?
Exactly, and a set of issues. Democrats in our polling consistently rate abortion as their top issue, so he's speaking to the party when he says that. But there are other issues that he's got to deal with as well. You also heard him mention Social Security today. That's something else that Democratic voters are concerned about.
Well, thank you for being on with us. A lot to break down today.
Definitely, yeah, we could talk for hours,
Thank you.
Charles. Let's get a look right now at your first one forecast with Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington. Alex?
Armand, southern Wisconsin, we've got popcorn showers and thunderstorms. These are the storms that pop up with the heat of the day, and the clouds kind of look like actual popcorn. And some of those showers and storms are producing heavy rainfall, but the good news is those spotty showers and storms, they will end overnight as we lose the heat of the day. A tiny, tiny chance of a shower or thunderstorm on Saturday, but almost everyone will stay dry. Storms are going to return again on Sunday here, folks. But let's enjoy the nice temperatures. We got 75 in Madison, dew point 61, so just a touch on the muggy side. And there you see some of those clouds building up out there. If they can build up tall enough, then you can get rain to fall from underneath them. And we have a couple of showers across all of southern Wisconsin right now here in Dane County. Again, these pop-up showers and storms. Not everyone's seeing them. Some places are staying totally dry. Some places are getting actual downpours. A few more showers and a couple more isolated thunderstorms over southwestern Wisconsin. Where that rain hasn't quite hit yet is over the far, far extreme southeastern portion of the area, over towards Janesville, Beloit, over towards Elkhorn. But you may sneak a shower or a thunderstorm yet tonight. This is all with the heat of the day as we have an upper level low pressure system that's swirling in from the north and from the west here behind it, and these showers and thunderstorms form in this cold pool of air. As we lose the heat of the day, as the sun goes down, you can see those popcorn showers and thunderstorms, they dwindle. We'll still have a few clouds overnight, temperatures starting right around 60 degrees to begin Saturday, and as we move further into Saturday, few clouds building, and if there is that outside chance of a shower or storm, it's likely going to be north and east of Madison, closer to Lake Michigan, where we sometimes get that lake breeze to come in and pop up a shower or storm or two. Then, as we move to Sunday, showers and thunderstorms moving back into southern Wisconsin, perhaps as early as Sunday morning, with redevelopment Sunday afternoon going on into Sunday evening. Before that, this is through Sunday morning, spotty quarter, maybe a ½ inch of water across southern Wisconsin. If you do get one or two of these popcorn storms over and over again, you might pick up maybe a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch, but that looks pretty isolated, which is good news. There's flooding across all of Wisconsin right now. We don't need any more water. Likely not going to add much, if anything, on Saturday. That's the better half of the weekend. And then I'll get out of the way here so you can see what Sunday's going to look like, with some scattered showers and thunderstorms, as I mentioned, developing as early as Sunday morning, with more storms later Sunday afternoon going on into Sunday night. I don't want to scare folks Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with all of those thunderstorm symbols. On and off is the key message there. Not everyone's going to get wet on all of those days. They won't be all-day washouts. And heads up, southern Wisconsin, as we go late into the following weekend and the following work week, while we do have slight storm chances, the muggy weather's really going to return, and we could be approaching highs near 90 degrees. Armand, Brady?
Oh, my hair just got bigger.
Definitely. Is that a picture of a guy holding a caterpillar? What is that?
It's a moth.
Ah, it's a moth.
It's a moth
okay.
behind.
Oh, the more you know. All right, thanks, Alex. Well, coming up live at 4, we will have your 4th of July weekend forecast.
But first, if it is a rainy one, we have some movies you can look forward to watching. Will Loper will tell you what they are next at 4.
Make summer unforgettable with help from Menards. Whether you're soaking up the sun or relaxing indoors, we have what you need to get you ready for summer fun. From creating the perfect place to entertain family and friends, to stocking up on your favorite summer essentials, Menards is your one-stop shop for your next summer adventure. Check out all the hot deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is wholly words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'm proud to be an American.
Well, if the rain is keeping you from your outdoor plans, Will Loper has a list of new movies and shows that you can stream this weekend.
It's already the weekend, my goodness. He has the latest in today's Loper Report.
Anna said there was a man outside. He followed me home from the Woodbury event.
Watch one of 2023's best films with Memory, newly streaming on Paramount Plus.
You all right? My uncle talks about you a lot. My dad and I were maybe thinking you could care for him during the day. All you'd have to do is be there and go on walks and stuff.
Jessica Chastain plays a social worker who forms a relationship with a man suffering from early onset dementia, played by Peter Sarsgaard.
Hi, welcome back. The usual for you?
Oh, yeah.
What's the usual?
I don't know.
You don't?
No.
Do you remember her?
No.
Once upon a time, I had bigger dreams.
If you need something a little lighter, check out Space Cadet, streaming on Amazon Prime Video.
Johnson Space Center. I'm actually here.
Emma Roberts stars as a bartender who dreams of becoming an astronaut in the movie that's basically Legally Blonde for space.
723, you're clear for takeoff.
Punch it, Flamingo.
Is this thing hard to land or what?
We're back.
And celebrate the holiday weekend with a third season of Barbecue Showdown, newly streaming on Netflix.
These cooks are here to show us their stuff.
Yes. Oh, look at that. 9 cooks grill their way through the competition series.
I really got to bring it today.
For Live at 4, I'm Will Loper.
Well, the first movie looked interesting. What did you think of that second Bartender in Space movie?
Yeah, it just seemed like a parody of a B movie for me.
Yeah.
A bartender who dreamed of being an astronaut and flies a plane. It's just...
Yeah, like the little cutaway on 30 Rock or something.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
I get you.
Although I was made hungry by the Netflix show,
I know. Can we get some snacks? Anyone? Okay. Well, President Joe Biden made his second campaign stop in Madison today.
We'll have team coverage on the president's visit and reaction from voters next at 4.
Fire up the grill and get brats and buns for just $1 this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Now that's a meal deal. Get Hy-Vee's famous brats for just $1. Choose from 12 flavors of brats for just $1 each. And get 8 Hy-Vee buns for just $1. Burger buns for just $1 too. And while you've got the grill going, throw on some mouth-watering burgers. Fresh ground chuck, only $3.98 a pound. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage?
Yeah.
Download our app. Want to do it even faster?
Here we go.
U.S. Cellular works great out here. Wow, still have 5G here too. Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my rec room. Yep, it's working.
Try out our nationwide 5G coverage free for 30 days. Download the U.S. Cellular Try Us app today.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
It's going to be another sizzling hot summer. Don't burn up your money on high energy bills. Get new energy efficient windows from Champion.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Stay cool and save 35% off new Champion windows. Plus, get an extra $100 off every window. The more you buy, the more you save. Save 35% off your new Champion windows and $100 off every window you buy.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact. News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You're watching News 3 Now live at 4, moving forward.
Oh, there's a nice look at the Capitol. Blue sky, a few clouds up there, but all in all, a nice day.
Hey, yeah, not too many bugs. That's nice. Normally the camera's crawling with them.
Yeah.
But it is raining outside.
We need a squeegee for the camera. But in between that rain, you can get outside on Saturday. Let's go out for our... Oh, he has an umbrella. Oh. He came prepared. He's always prepared.
We can't seem to win. It just keeps raining and raining every time we try to catch a break these past many days and weeks. Actually, it's stopping right now as we speak. Maybe I have a little good luck out here. It's raining on the patio, not downtown Madison right now. It's 75. It's calm, partly cloudy skies. Dew point is 61. I bring out the dew point when I need to. When it's at 60 or above, that's when you start to get that feel of moisture in the air, that muggy factor, and you might want to consider turning on the AC. If you look really closely where you see Fitchburg on that map, that's that shower that's outside right now. I'm underneath it. Not a heavy shower, just some decent-sized drops, but there are some heavy rain showers across southern Wisconsin. We'll do a little tour. Notice the spotty nature of it up towards Viroqua, down towards Lone Rock and southwestern Wisconsin. We have a couple of scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms. South down towards Gratiot, Fayette over towards Monroe, a little bit less in the way of shower activity. The further south you go, the less shower activity I see here on radar 3000, although a couple showers now starting to approach the Janesville area. What we will see are the showers dwindle. Look as we head towards 8, 9, 10 o'clock. It just turns right off. This is a great example of the heating of the day. As the sun goes down, the shower and thunderstorm activity turns off, which we most certainly don't need any more rain across southern Wisconsin. Planning the rest of your evening right now, insert the wrong forecast right here on the patio. At least we've got raindrops, but partly cloudy skies for the most part. Those showers are pretty spotty across southern Wisconsin, and they will dwindle as we head towards the wee hours of the morning, with temperatures starting off on your Saturday at 60 degrees. Saturday's the better part of the weekend. We're going to track the thunderstorms moving back in by Sunday in Maine weather.
Alex, thank you. Wisconsin continues to be the forefront of the presidential race as President Joe Biden made a return to the Badger State following a debate performance many called poor.
We have team coverage of today's visit by the president with anchor Susan Simon and political reporter Will Keneally and reporter Ellie Laliberte. Let's start with Susan. Susan, the president didn't just focus on himself. He took aim at former President Donald Trump as well.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Brady. The party is over here, as you can see behind me. They're taking down the placards and folding up the chairs. But about 2 hours ago, President Biden spoke for about 20 minutes in front of 1,000 loud supporters who, despite questions about the president's fitness for office following the debate enthusiastically support him and Vice President Kamala Harris staying at the top of the ticket. The campaign was actually very pleased. This all came together pretty quickly, and they were pleased at the number of people who were able to be here. As you were saying, the president cited his accomplishments in office, and he took on his challenger, Donald Trump. He said, a day after celebrating America's independence from British rule, the Supreme Court has put Donald Trump above the law. That's after the Supreme Court's recent decision about presidential immunity. The president said the former president has, the court said the former president has absolute immunity from prosecution for official acts related to their core constitutional power. President Biden said it's up to American voters to, quote, exile Donald Trump politically.
It's about honesty. It's about the president's decency, integrity. Do they respect people? Or do they incite violence and hate? Can they honor their oath to the Constitution and uphold their oath of office? Well, I don't think it's an exaggeration to suggest Trump has failed on every one of these character tests. Every one.
And political reporter Will Keneally is here for a little more of a deeper dive. Will, the president used a teleprompter, but his voice was strong. He didn't stumble. He commanded the room. Did he create a different impression?
I think so. I think we had a little bit of a difference from what we saw in the debate, certainly. And as we were talking before, we at News 3 Now were a part of a local pool that was able to travel with him to an extra stop outside of the speech. And we essentially heard kind of the same thing from him at that second stop. During the speech, though, we heard a little bit of President Biden kind of create a dichotomy of us versus them. He talked about those people trying to turf him out of this presidential race, certainly remaining firm that he will finish this race. We did hear a lot from the president talking about former President Trump, kind of what we heard a little bit during the debate. Trump is corrupt, Trump's a liar. Biden joking that the former president has more felony convictions than Baskin-Robbins flavors. We did hear kind of similar on that vein, Biden saying that Trump could be a dictator that he promised to beat day one. From the crowd, though, we heard people say, not on our watch. So I do think we see some of that grassroots support, especially these are certainly Biden supporters here in Madison that were at this rally, but certainly some grassroots support among a very liberal Dane County here. The other thing that we're looking forward to is that ABC interview. This will be the first one that we've seen post-debate for Biden, so a lot to kind of keep an eye on here.
And that airs tonight.
Exactly.
Okay,
yep.
We're looking forward to that. Will, thank you. Our Ellie La Liberté was at the Dane County Airport when Air Force One touched down in Madison. Now she's here at Sherman Middle School, and she talked to voters after the president's appearance here about what they thought of the speech, and did it change their mind or restore their confidence? Ellie, what did you hear?
Yeah, Susan, I heard a lot of different opinions today, and these streets were full just about 30 minutes ago with people, but now since the motorcade has come through and it's kind of cleared out. But some of the things that I heard from people today were that some were really in support of President Biden and some were calling for him to resign. And I talked to some of those people today.
Yeah, my sign is a message to Joe Biden that we appreciate what he's done, and it's time to pass the torch.
But 90 minutes of bad does not undo the 3.5 years of good. And it is good. So I'm proud to support them.
There were also pro-Palestinian protests out here. They were marching around this venue here calling for a ceasefire. Reporting live in Madison, Ellie La Liberté, News 3 Now. I'll send it back to you, Susan.
All right, Ellie, thank you so much. You know, the campaign strategy for the Biden campaign post-debate has been to get the president out there, get him engaging with people, let people see him and watch him do his job in smaller, intimate venues like the one they chose today here at Sherman Middle School. And the goal was to give voters comfort post-debate, to restore their confidence, to re-elect him for a second term. With the stakes are very high heading into November, and it'll be up to the voters to decide if he accomplished that goal. Brady and Armand, back to you.
Thank you, Susan. Well, next step forward, the job market appears to be cooling down.
We'll have the latest numbers and what it could mean for the broader economy.
What's up? You need some windows?
Hey folks, you call the experts?
Right now with Feldco, get free installation and no interest for 5 years.
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this 4th of July. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
You fight like hell, and if you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country anymore.
It should have been stopped. That's neglect of duty. As a sheriff, it's awful to watch police officers getting attacked. That's not supporting this badge and this uniform. I have no desire to work with somebody who divides. That's not what America is, but I work with anybody who unites. That's why I'm with President Joe Biden.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Tens of millions of roofs across America are failing, wearing out decades early, and leaking, oftentimes without you knowing about it, causing tremendous damage. Here's how you know you have a problem with your roof. Black streaking, your roof looks rough, or granules shedding off into your gutters or showing up in your driveway. Your roof is wearing out too fast, and it's going to cost you a bundle. RoofMax makes your roof like new by strengthening and rejuvenating it. So give us a call, and we'll give you a free assessment to see if your roof qualifies. Tens of millions of roofs.
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of Estate Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers with an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
The job market remains healthy, but a new report shows unemployment has ticked up to 4.1%. A little over a year ago, it was at an all-time low of 3.4%.
The Labor Department says last month the economy added 206,000 jobs, slightly more than anticipated, but hiring from April was revised down by 57,000 jobs, and May was 54,000 jobs less, pushing the unemployment rate to its highest level since the fall of 2021. The Federal Reserve wants inflation to drop from its current 3.3% level to just 2%. The Fed has kept interest rates high to reach that goal, but analysts forecast a change in the coming months.
I do think they're going to be warming to the idea of beginning to remove some of that restriction.
Many economists now predict that first rate cut could come in September.
That led a rally on Wall Street, and that led to record highs on NASDAQ and S&P sectors. The Dow rose nearly 68 points. The NASDAQ gained 164, and the S&P was up 30. Well, next up for the pleasure craft is an increasingly popular way to vacation on the water.
Wendy Gillette will share a couple cheaper options for those of us who don't, own a yacht.
What?
Lane's Farm and Fleet's 4th of July sale is going on now, so celebrate and save with great summer deals throughout the store. Like men's work and sport pocket tees, $12.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 36-pound bags of Estate Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. And select dog treats are on sale, 20% off. Plus, this Friday through Sunday, we're thanking all first responders and healthcare workers with an extra 10% off their entire purchase.
Find value at Lane's Farm and Fleet.
We're a family-owned farm.
With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Here's to sweet summer days together in Wisconsin. To discovering magic in every moment. Here's to supper club celebrations. And to a lifetime of memories. Here's to reconnecting through a world filled with wonder. And dancing until the sun goes down. Here's to those who Wisconsin.
When you need to relax and recharge your body and mind, retreat to the comfort of stressless furniture at the Century House. Designed to harmonize with the natural movements of your body, it's where true comfort begins and every day should end. Get a $100 instant rebate for every $1,000 spent and $200 off 4 dining chairs at the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hi, I'm Peter Gottlieb with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. In the August 13th primary election, voters will pick their preferred Democratic or Republican candidates for the United States Congress and the Wisconsin State Legislature. The winners will be on the ballot in the November 5th general election, which will include votes for president and state and federal offices. Learn more at vote411.org.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
This 4th of July holiday weekend, many Americans will be hitting the water for recreation and, a little bit of relaxation.
That sounds great right now. And during the pandemic, boating and yachting exploded in popularity, and it's not letting up.
Yeah, I talked earlier with CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette about the trend.
Brady, boating has an economic impact of about $230 billion a year in the U.S., according to the National Marine Manufacturers Association. An association study finds the industry grew by 1/3 from 2018 to 2023. Many Americans now steer their holidays around trips on the water.
Bubbling jacuzzis at sea, elegant living and dining rooms, and marble bathrooms dazzled visitors at the Palm Beach International Yacht Show earlier this year.
There are some beautiful boats here, beautiful, beautiful boats.
The boating industry experienced unprecedented growth when COVID hit.
During the pandemic, all boats rose with the tide. Every small boats, big boats, everything grew.
While economic pressures have slowed overall increases, the premium yacht sector remains strong. The market forecast is almost 7% growth from 2023 to 2032. In Palm Beach, Fraser Yachts showed off 12 vessels for sale and 6 for charter.
I think the real driver for the industry is that we're selling a dream. And at the essence of that dream is sort of the ultimate personal freedom.
Now the company sees more first-time yacht buyers who are younger than 50 on average instead of close to 60.
But you don't have to be a multi-millionaire to vacation on a yacht. Some more reasonably priced offerings allow travelers to charter a boat for the week or just rent a cabin on board.
Cabins on a dream yacht catamaran, which we sailed on for a special raid in Croatia, include private bathrooms, plenty of storage space, and large beds. A cabin charter for 7 nights in some of Dream Yacht's more than 40 destinations starts at around $1,200, and a skippered charter with 8 guests is just over $3,500, which breaks down to $446 a person for a week.
People think that yachting is expensive, inaccessible, and not available to them. We're here to prove them wrong.
Cabin charters include water sports and a host, serving personalized meals, even cooking fresh fish from local markets. Croatia is the world's largest yacht charter market. As more tourists travel there and other popular yachting locations, first-time sailors with Dream Yacht have spiked 20% after the pandemic.
Dream Yacht says Americans most often book charters in the Bahamas, Virgin Islands, and the Mediterranean. Brady?
Who doesn't love that? So what are the top boating states here in the U.S.?
Well, by far, number one is Florida. The National Marine Manufacturers Association estimates an annual economic impact of more than $31 billion from boating. Second on the list is California, with an estimated impact of over $17 billion. So a big difference between those two states, Brady.
Wow, I think Wisconsin would give everyone a run for their money. We love boating here, and I always say you can never have too many friends with boats.
I agree.
Thank you, Wendy. That's the only way I will end up on a yacht. I need to know someone.
Yeah, me too.
Alex, do you have a yacht?
I don't have a yacht. And this, if you're going to do the yacht, on the topic, tomorrow's the day to do that, not on Sunday. Hey, I got to make a transition somehow, and probably not today because we got spotty showers and thunderstorms across the area. We had that lone shower just when I was out on the patio, and it's gone. Off to the east, we got a couple of showers right along Highway 18 east of Lake Ripley, heading over towards Jefferson, just doing a little bit of a tour of some of these showers that could be temporarily causing some pretty heavy downpours east of Viroqua, east of 14 over toward Webster. On Highway 82, got a pretty decent shower, maybe a clap or two of thunder with these, and then over towards Highway 14, south of Spring Green, now near Pleasant Ridge towards Dodgeville and heading over towards Barnum. We've got a couple of showers out there. They're spotty. That's the main theme here. Not everybody's seeing these showers and storms. Everybody has the chance of getting wet, just not everybody is getting wet. As we see in Future Track, when we lose the heat of the day, 8, 9 o'clock, we see the showers and storms fizzle. We lose that instability, that heat for the showers and storms. We'll start off around 60 Saturday morning. Moving into Saturday afternoon, we'll do the upper 70s, trade around 80. An outside chance of a shower, thunderstorm near that lake breeze as we head towards the late afternoon hours Saturday afternoon, and then showers and thunderstorms will begin their march right back into southern Wisconsin. Could be rather widespread with periods of them Sunday going on into Sunday night, carrying on into Monday as well. This is through Sunday morning. Anywhere from 10 to a quarter, maybe ½ inch out of some of these spotty showers and thunderstorms. Saturday, the better half of the weekend, that's the day you want to go out on the boat. On Sunday, you probably don't want to go out on the boat with the scattered thunderstorms out there. High temperatures around 80 degrees. On and off rain chances clear through next week. I don't want folks to think that these will be all-day washouts, but there is a chance of showers and storms much of the day, or much of each day next week, and then those temperatures are going to go up by the time we get to the end of next weekend, and the humidity will be making a big return likely by the time we get to the end of next weekend. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. I'm proud to be an American.
emotions run high as President Biden visits the Badger State.
I'll bring you the latest from Sherman Middle School on how voters are reacting to the presidential visit.
Coming tonight at 5. Start your evening with News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward, uncovering the stories and getting to the heart of events and issues that matter here. And when bad weather is on the way, we warn you first. News 3 Now at 6. Moving forward, weeknights.
Let's take a look at this. It's an art show like no other. Some young artists are debuting their creations on a pretty huge and unusual canvas. You know, the Las Vegas Sphere.
Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
First of its kind contest features 4th of July themed works from local students ranging in age from elementary school through college. And the Sphere, which just turned a year old, is the world's largest LED display, standing 366 feet high. Older designers made their artwork with virtual reality headsets, while the younger aspiring artists used pencil and paper. I thought those would be flipped. One winner said they're thrilled to exhibit such art on such a grand scale.
I love the performance artists here, and my favorite is Showgirls. I think they're really creative and beautiful, and I really wanted to draw them to show it off.
Wouldn't be Vegas without a jackpot. The top designs not only get displayed on the Sphere, but the 4 high school and college winners score a $10,000 scholarship. The elementary or middle schools winners, which the 4 younger ones attended, will receive money donated to their art program.
You know, not to brag, but sometimes my parents will put my artwork on the refrigerator. So, you know, Sphere, fridge.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. We'll be right back.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. It's hard for her to get out of the house, and she's missed so many good times. She's getting worse, and we need help with decisions about her care. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, a Grace hospice care can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble and edema better. And today, she's feeling up to a birthday party. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn how a Grace can connect with you.
The feet have a really big impact on how the rest of the body moves. If the foot isn't properly aligned, that results in muscle tension and chronic pain. What I really like about the Good Feet system is the right arch supports can put the foot in its proper alignment. And when the body's aligned, we can reduce the risk of injury and chronic pain.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Experience the Channel 3000 News app today. Tailored for your news the way you want it. With a customizable home page and faster page loads. Download the Channel 3000 News app. Powered by News 3 Now.
Shopping online for a Purple mattress? We get it. With Purple's unique Gel Flex grid and multiple foam layers, you'll experience effortless sleep that's motion adaptive, temperature balanced, pressure relieving, and ultra supportive. But which Purple mattress is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Let our expert sales staff guide you to your perfect Purple. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Purple at Denver Mattress, the easiest way to find your perfect Purple.
That wraps up today's Live at 4. Please stick around for News 3 Now at 5. Meanwhile, Armand is in the newsroom with...
Well, Monday on Live at 4, Will Loper has a review. We have the latest on President Biden's visit to Madison. We have team coverage next at 5. Thank you for joining our Live at 4 program. We hope to see you right back here tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.